Tackle there for McMinnville was Yoakum, and not before he got a first down, however, Russell, but it was almost like an open field tackle. He's the only guy over there for McMinnville on the right side of the line. Just did a good job of just wrapping them up and holding on. So we're at 2:22 and counting here in the third quarter. Glad to have you here on this beautiful Friday night here from Workman Stadium. And they are taking their time, trying to take some time off the clock. And they've got a few new guys in there, and Russell's going to get it. He's going to be hit from behind and then just kind of pushed forward and really was met at the line of scrimmage, Jeff. But he was met from behind and able to push him forward and picked up about 4 yards to the 10.
It's good hard running.
1:45
I was
now.
going to say probably under a minute and a half with the next snap of the football. Just everything going right for me for Lake Oswego tonight, Brian. Ran into a buzzsaw, did McMinnville, and of course next week I believe they're at home against Newburgh.
Yep.
Battle of Yamhill County.
And Newburgh played last night.
They got beat by Mountainside. I think was it 49-28 or 48-29, something like that.
Davis is going to roll out, and he is going to throw, and he gets his receiver down near the 6-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 6. And it's going to be a couple yards short of a first down. They bring up 3rd and 2 now. Good pass. I really like the passing of Davis. Yeah. He's looked good.
Well, and he's that left-hander. You don't see that very often.
Under a minute now to go here in the third quarter.
Into that corner of the end zone, I can't quite see.
Yeah, it's there. Looks like the other one. It's the opposite side. Good answer?
That's a great answer.
Okay, there we go. Shotgun formation. And hand off to Russell. He's going to go on the left side. He's going to break through, and he's going to reach his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakers.
Well, clock keeps moving, but that's really going to put it out of reach now, Brian. And that's really just too bad for McMinnville, I'm going to be honest with you. You had 2 good games where you came out and able to get the job done, and then to have this happen to you, it's just that's hard to watch, going to be honest with
you. And Macon's kick is up and good to make it 42-0, and that's going to end the first half of play. Or excuse me, third
quarter.
Third quarter of play. What am I saying? 42-0. It's been all Lakers here tonight. Don't go away. We've got the fourth quarter coming up here on Yamhill Today.
Transitions in life. Sometimes it's difficult. When a loved one leaves us, Macy & Son is there for you. A trusted friend for 5 generations in Yamhill County. At that time, you have lots of questions and you need someone to walk with in every step of the way. Burial or cremation, and a myriad of other options, let Macy & Son walk that journey with you. Macy & Son McMinnville. Give them a call, 503-472-6151. At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
As we come back here, Brian Erickson along with Jeff Ivey and get ready for the kickoff to start the fourth quarter of play. And a tough one here tonight for McMinnville. And here is the kick. Going to be a little squib kick here. It's going to be taken about the 23-yard line. And then maybe across the 33, 34 is where they'll mark it. And that's where the Grizzlies will have it as we are at the 8:38 here at night. And we're starting the fourth quarter. So it'll be a quicker game than usual at this point.
Done before 9 probably if the clock keeps running.
And, you know, the Grizzlies, Jeff, First quarter, they looked pretty good.
Yeah.
They did defensively anyway.
They did.
They couldn't get anything offensively to go. And this Lake Oswego, I think he called it a buzzsaw.
Yes, that's what they ran into.
That's exactly what they ran into.
Yeah.
And how do you fix that though?
Well, you got there's a nice run by Rapp up the middle. It's going to be a nice break it. Come on, go. Oh, nice run. Nice run. That's going to be about 22 yards on the pickup right there. So he just went off the right side and picked his way, weaved and bobbed down to the 42. We'll give him 25 on the carry, Brian. His biggest run of the night, biggest play of the night, other than the 29-yard run or pass play on the previous possession.
And that's what you want now. You want the small victories here, and then you get ready, and because you've got a lot of games left in the season.
You do, and your league hasn't even started yet.
Exactly.
So you're out. You're 0-0. You're no different than anybody else in your league.
Rapp gets it, goes. He follows his blockers, keeps it going, keeps moving, gets inside the 30-yard line, and there's a flag apparently down there.
Late flag comes flying in. The player's not even close to where the play is happening, and the official wants to call a hold. It's pathetic. Yeah, and I think the coaches are even saying something. That play, Rapp was basically tackled when the flag came out. That's so disappointing.
Now they move it all the way back and negate that run there for Rapp. We're at 9:45 to go here in this ball game. And next week you mentioned Newburgh at home once again. Nice to be at home.
A couple weeks in a row.
Yeah.
After being on the road at Forest Grove and the long trip over to the other side of the stadium. It was kind of fun to run into, I think we ran into Brandon Burney at the hotel that we stayed in.
Yes, we did.
Nice catch.
Yes, it is. Nice little pass out here. And coming up there, Yoakum with the big reception, and nice job there. Kane hasn't had a lot of those tonight. Nice to see that one. Nice to see a very solid, quick pass and some big yards.
14 yards on that out play. And that's Mason's second reception of the night. Got 3 first downs now here in the second half, Brian. Positive, positive, positive. Take them where you can get them.
Under 9 minutes to go.
Kane Sullivan now 7 of 14 for 74 yards.
Rapp, lone back in the backfield. He's going to go, a little option here, and Sullivan's going to keep it, and he's going to be taken down. He kind of showed he might throw it back to Rapp, but I think he made the right choice and just went forward, picked up a few yards, maybe 3, to the 29-yard line, just inside the 29-30.
Yeah. Initially, I thought he should pitch it. I'm going to be honest with you, but I think the positioning of where Rapp was, it might not have been the best call, and so he just tuck it up and get the 3 yards and move on to the next play.
Here's one thing I always forget, Jeff. Put in the fourth quarter in there, just so you know. Don't tell anybody.
Tell anybody what?
Exactly. 2nd down and 7 as we're coming down the minute mark. And we'll get you to do that here in just a second as there's a run on the left side. And Gibson, he may have got a couple as he gets to the 26-yard line.
Again, another holding penalty, going to negate that run. There was an excellent block. I don't know who it was by McMinnville out here on the side, but somebody went flying for Lake Oswego. But a 10-yard penalty is just those penalties coming up at the wrong time, and they're going to move the ball back to the between the 37 and 38-yard line.
You got a little breaking news there, Jeff.
I do, and this is kind of fun here. Let me get. I just want to make sure I get it right.
We're at 7:23 and counting to go here in the game.
In the sports world, congratulations goes out to Albert Pujols, who tonight hit home runs number 699 and number 700 against the Dodgers. So a lot of people were speculating if he would come back next year to hit number 700 because he had announced that he was he was retiring. Well, he doesn't have to make that decision anymore. Congratulations, Albert, on a fantastic career. 700 is an impressive number.
Sullivan drops back. He throws long, and it's incomplete, but a flag comes flying in. Pretty good pass there by Sullivan to Mishler. And looking on the replay, and it looks like he got there a little early.
He was being tackled about 5 seconds before that ball got to him. No, but seriously, Albert Pujols had an incredible career. Started with the Cardinals and then over to the Angels, and Good jop for him as he's coming to the end of an
And he
illustrious career, a Hall of Fame career.
Did it against the Dodgers as well, which is kind of cool. And then, you know, who knows?
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of talk. I saw somebody in some, I don't know what it was, but some podcast or something, like if you get down to the last game, he's got 699.
Is somebody going to lob it up to him? Do you want to be that guy in the
Yeah.
record books, that sort of thing? I heard that talk too. So, unfortunately, the Mariners have just not finished the season well. They lost tonight 5-1 to Kansas City, and they're going to struggle now, you know, to possibly make nice catch.
Touchdown, Grizzlies. Sullivan with a pinpoint pass there and did a great job of just threading it in there and get it to the wide receiver, and that was Mishler with the touchdown and get the Grizzlies' first score here tonight.
What a great pass, and he just led Mishler right into basically a post, and excellent hands. The ball just a little bit outstretched that he had to go for it, and Mishler with a fantastic reception on the 22-yard touchdown. That's good to see, Brian. That's positiveness you can take away right there.
Rue on to kick the extra point. Make sure they get all the players on the field. Makes it 42-6. Here's the snap. It's low, but Rue does not get it. It was a low snap, and they could not get the ball up, and it is no good. So the score continues to say 42-6 with 4:56 left to go in the ball game. And, well, good have a bright spot there for the Grizzlies there offensively.
Very bright. That was a good drive. They went 67 yards in 9 plays, taking about 7 minutes off the clock, 7:04 to be exact.
It's a lot of time, but
yeah,
a lot of it's running though.
It
too.
was.
I mean, and a lot of penalties.
Yep.
And a lot going on there.
Yep. But there's some positives to be taken from
Definitely.
that. Definitely.
Definitely.
So you got before that drive, you had about 90 yards of total offense. You're up to 162. You know, it's okay. the one bad thing, in my opinion, Austin Rapp only 57 yards tonight on 13 carries. I mean, you could see it from the start of the game that Lake Oswego was determined to stop the run when they had 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage and all 11 within like 6 or 7. I was sending a message to McMinnville guess what? Sullivan's going to have to beat us tonight. If he would have passed like that the entire game, he might have. That was a rope. That was a nice throw.
You might have some cleaner jerseys out there right now than you did in the first
this
half.
is true, too.
Here
Are
we
you talking
go.
about the white ones, right?
Yes.
The guys that play on Thursday nights?
Yes. 4:56 to go. And here is the kick. It is going to bounce at about the 20-yard line. And the ball is still there, and they do pick it up, but barely. At the 22 is where Lake Oswego will have it with 4:49 to go in the ball game, where the Grizzlies trail 42-6. Well, Jeff, you're Lake Oswego now. I'm guessing you come out here and just kind of
run the ball,
run some plays. And
yeah.
Tomorrow, big games. We talked about Oregon State, Winfield tomorrow. And
are they at home or away?
Couldn't even tell you.
Okay.
Couldn't even tell you.
They're playing.
I'm so bad. I'm the worst.
I know Western Oregon's at home, but I don't know who they're playing.
Here we go, and we'll give you some scores, though, at the end of the ball game.
Yeah.
And we'll probably update you with a lot of other things, too. Who knows?
We might have some time.
Aaron Judge may have done something as well. Here's the handoff, and going on the left side, and still on his feet, gets across the 30 to the 31. Now there's a little bit of aggression going on out there. Running the ball, I believe that was 34. Is
Ben
that right?
Weiner.
And then Weiner goes and gets about 8 yards and then comes up. And then there's a little bit of pushing. I think that may have been Landon Fay who got a little squabble. No flags thrown. Actually, I think it was Fay. They're going to pull him out now.
You can certainly tell that they got their JV team in there because that offensive line drastically is smaller.
You are correct. Here's the handoff, and Weiner's going to go forward, and he's not going to get anything. You're right, Jeff. It is not the same offensive line we saw.
Or defensive line
Or
for McMinn.
Exactly.
Either side, yeah.
Either side.
Both guys getting some good playing time in there. That's good for them, Brian. It's, they get dirty tonight and that sort of thing, or get a good lather going, and Well, that's fun for them too.
At the 3-minute mark to go here in the ball game, 42-6. Just a reminder, you can head on over to Big Box Returns tomorrow and Sunday. Tell Scott and Amy that Brian and Jeff said hello from Yamhill today. Also, want to thank Giraldi's Pizza for our pregame pizza once again.
It's gone, by the way.
Good stuff. Here we go. Here's the handoff to Weiner, and he's going to go around the left side after trying the middle out. Nothing there. Nothing on the left side either. And that's going to bring up 4th down now as we're under 2:28 and counting to go here in the ball game.
Interesting to see if Lake Oswego punts or if they try and go for the first down with, what's that, a little over a yard? Maybe a yard and a third.
They might take all the time off they can.
Yeah. I guess who's back in a quarterback, by the way? Their starting quarterback, Max Browner, is in there right now, getting some run with the backups.
Wouldn't be shocked if he decides to keep the ball here. It's 4th and 2.
Or is he going to punt? Is he the quick? No.
He's going to hand it off to Weiner, and Weiner's not going to. He might get it on the second surge there. They're not going to give it to him. It's going to be a turnover on downs there to the Grizzlies with 1:45 to go in the ball game. And they're going to give it to McMinnville. Turnover on downs. And there we go with 1:33 and counting. Grizzlies are going to. Sullivan's going to stay out there at quarterback. Rapp's going to be back out there. Well as Yoakum. Mishler's also out there. And let's see what the Grizzlies decide to do now with 1:10. Be surprised if they do more than just run the ball themselves. 2 receivers here on the near side for the Grizzlies. Sullivan shotgun formation. We're under a minute now to play. Hand it off to Rapp. He's going to stutter steps away to the left side. Going to try to break it to the outside. Going to go across the 20. Still on his feet. Flings himself down to the 13-yard line. Austin Rapp with a nice run. And we have a flag.
20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, behind the play, Brian, on the other side of the field.
And Austin looks like he's a little bit gingerly walking back to the huddle there. Let's see what the official has to say. Personal foul going to go against Lake Oswego. As we are now under 20 seconds. Grizzlies are going to try to run up to
I was going to say call timeout.
Well,
I know you don't, but
I say you just down it and call it good, but what do I know? Here we go. We're down to the last play of the ball game here. They might get it off here. Sullivan drops back. He's going to look to the left. He's going to throw to the left. Has a receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Mishler with the score right here on this side where you couldn't quite see, but it was a perfect pass there. And I don't think the coaches are happy over there.
No.
But they are going to take the score to make it 42-12, and that will end the ball game. Final score. And Jeff, tough one here tonight for McMinnville.
yeah. But, a couple good things there at the end of the game, Brian. A couple touchdowns for Mishler tonight. He's got to feel good about that. A couple touchdown passes by Kane Sullivan. No turnovers tonight by Sullivan, so that's some positives there to take home and work on next week. But, just a tough ending to the game by McMinnville.
It really was. It was something that we expected more from this game with high-powered offense and some potent offense action that they've put up some points on both sides throughout the year, but not tonight for McMinnville. But Lake Oswego, well, they now go to 3-1.
They do, and McMinnville now 2-2. Something else to take away. McMinnville won the fourth quarter, 12-7.
There you go.
There's some positives.
Always positives.
Yep.
Final score, 42-12. Grizzlies lose to the Lakers. Don't go away. We will bring you the postgame show right here on Yamhill today after this timeout.
This season's broadcast here on Yamhill Today is brought to you by the 200 Club. Thank you to the 200 Club for their support of Grizzly football right here. Schwab is a proud sponsor of Grizzly football on Yamhill Today. When you shop at Les Schwab, they promise you the best tire value. This means you get free peace of mind protection and free lifetime tire and mileage care included in your purchase. McMinnville Les Schwab. They want to be the neighbor down the street you know and trust. We thank McMinnville Les Schwab for their support of McMinnville Grizzly football. At Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their orthopedic surgeons specialize in diagnosing, preventing, and treating disorders and injuries that affect muscles, tendons, nerves, ligaments, bones, joints, and other connective tissues. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine strive to give you the highest quality of care with the most up-to-date orthopedic surgical techniques and non-operative treatments to help you get back into doing the things you enjoy. Their goal is to help you live your life to the fullest. Give them a call at 503-435-4520. Willamette Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
As we go back here to Workman Stadium, Brian Erickson with Jeff Ivey. And Jeff, not the outcome you wanted.
Nope.
And the stats really kind of show that, even though it was skewed a little bit with the running clock at the end.
It was, Brian. But, both teams ended up having the ball. McMinnville dominated the time of possession, but that's mostly because they had it most of the second half with that running clock, 26 to 22 minutes. Total yards, though, Lake Oswego, 344 to 187 on the night, 126 through the air, 218 on the ground for Lake Oswego. Fairly balanced for McMinnville, 102 on the air, 85 on the ground. And you could just see that Lake Oswego was going to shut down Austin Rapp tonight from the get-go, and they did a pretty good job until late. Rapp get a couple big carries. He got 51 of his 76 yards on the last 3 times he carried the ball. So 76 yards on 14 carries. Pretty good night for him, having been bottled up. Kane Sullivan, 9 of 16, got his percentage completion up over 55%. That's doing good for him. 2 touchdowns tonight, both to Tyler Mishler, 4 receptions for 42 yards. But it's just really hard to overcome a great performance tonight by Liam Davis and Calvin Macy on the offensive side of the ball for Lake Oswego. Liam Davis came in the second quarter, 7 of 10 for 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Stevie Mooney was 1 for 1 for 52 yards on the halfback's option pass. But Liam Davis also did it on the ground, 90 yards on 7 carries, 2 touchdowns. For 13 yards per carry average tonight, Brian. And he was helped on the offensive ball by many wide receivers, Caleb Cognoni, Ethan Park, Owen West, Connor Croteau, Steve Mooney, and Nolan Robb each had receptions. Park had 2 for 52 yards and a touchdown, and Connor Croteau also had 1 for a touchdown. So McMinnville only had 4 different players touch the ball offensively, if you can believe that, actually make that 5, Austin Rapp, Kane Sullivan, Mishler, Yoakum, and Gibson tonight. So you can focus in on a couple good of your best players is what Lake Oswego decided to do tonight, and it was really the difference in the ballgame. Stop the run and put the pressure onto the sophomore quarterback, and Kane's going to learn a lot from this tonight, Brian. That's no doubt about it. It's a growing process, and young quarterbacks have to go through games like this every once in a while to take that next step. And I have full confidence in Kane that he can do that starting next week against Newburgh.
And you're exactly right. Next week against Newburgh, and we'll have all the action live here on yamhilltoday.com. And it's going to be a huge step, and it's going to be a game where they have to come out. Newburgh is going to be reeling a little bit after their loss yesterday,
Yep.
but both teams are, and we'll see which team wants it more.
And both teams will be 0-0 in league.
There you go.
So it's a fresh start, and I just have to think, how that second half might have been different if the first play of the second half had turned out different. Had the ball not died on the 2-yard line and the McMinnville player didn't run over to pick it up, but instead it was recovered by Lake Oswego, and that really, to me, really cemented the game. You get to the running clock with that touchdown, and it's just a total different feel to the football game. You could just see the whole team kind of felt deflated after that. So, got a lot to work on this week. Got to get that running game going back and establish. and get back up over 100 yards. And I think you got a good chance next week against the Tigers.
Tigers, you have all the action. Jeff Ivey and David Manriquez will bring you all the action, and it'll be fun to see how it goes. And hopefully another win for the Grizzlies to make it 3-2. But you said it there, Jeff. Most important thing is it is a league game. Yep. So important.
It is so very important for those teams to come and get off to a good start in league, even coming off of a loss. So,
well, let's talk about some other scores for you to pass along. Clackamas on top of Barlow, 7-0. Hillsboro all over Centennial, 21-0. West Salem and Grants Pass in a barn burner, 13-12, and that's pretty interesting.
I think that's at West Salem.
I believe you're right, actually. Beaverton, they are trailing to Oregon City, 37-10. The Quakers all over the Cardinals of Lincoln. Wow, that's a huge score, 28-0. Reynolds 21, Gresham 7, and it's Tiger all over Liberty, 33-7. So there's some 6A scores for you to pass along. A couple 5A scores I may have for you as well, and I'm looking for one in particular. And let's see, you got St. Helens and Fort Vancouver, I believe, tomorrow. Silverton, South Albany tied at 14. Ridgeview losing to Pendleton 28-0. There's a telling sign right there, isn't it? Thurston, 28, Crater 6, Centennial, 0, Hillsboro, 21. Madras losing to Scappoose, 25-6. Dallas Dragons winning over West Albany, 20-7. And let me find you one other one. North Salem, they were tied last I saw, 13-13. And Springfield playing at South Eugene tonight. Didn't see a score there yet, so there is no score. So the other scores for you, Sprague 29, Roseburg 7.
Sprague gets in the win column, huh?
Yes, they did. South Medford on top of South Salem. That game's not over, 27-21.
South Salem battling back. Of course, they have one of the top quarterbacks in the state.
Dashiell Smith.
Threw 5 touchdowns, I think, last week, and 6 the week before, something like that.
He's like thrown an amazing number of yards in like 8 quarters.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I know after 3 games, it had been 3 full games, he had passed for over 950 yards. So that's pretty incredible.
Right. And so we'll see if they can come back and win that ball game. West Salem 18, Grants Pass 13, as we said. And I think that's all we have for you tonight. Jeff, next week, you've got it.
Looking forward to it, Brian.
All righty. Jeff Ivey, David Manriquez will bring you all the action next week here on YamHillToday.com. Once again, final score, Lake Oswego 42, McMinnville 12. For Jeff Ivey and David Manriquez, good night, everybody.
Caring creates healthier lives and healthier communities. And when you need health care, we're here for you, providing medical expertise with a human touch, right here at home, whenever you may need us. From welcoming newborns into the world to life-changing surgeries, routine health screenings to life-saving emergency care, we're here to provide compassionate, high-quality health care to you and your loved ones. From the routine to the unforeseen, we're here for you.
Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic and Sports Rehab wants to see you make a full and quick recovery so that you can get back into life and the things that you like to do. Their friendly staff will listen and encourage and guide you through each step of the rehabilitation process. From low back pain to post-surgical rehabilitation after a shoulder surgery or knee replacement, they are here to help. They also offer treatment for sports injuries and hands-on personal training for those who want to perform at their athletic best. Andrew Physical Therapy, Orthopedic, and Sports Rehab. Give them a call at 503-435-1900.
It off, the wrap. He cuts to the inside for 2, the 10, nice. The 5, touchdown! So,
they go. They're going to drop back. Mulman's going to throw it across the center. It's intercepted! Intercepted right there by the linebacker. Here we go. Hutchinson drops back, looks to the right. He's going to take it himself. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Grizzlies!